In your digital download this morning, Jackie Vega has some Katy Perry extras this morning from KXAN.com. Hi.
Hey, it is fun. The pop superstar is coming off her major Super Bowl halftime performance, so people have not stopped talking about it, even if they weren't one of the record 118.5 million people watching. Everything from her Grand Lion entrance to her special guest and, of course, the Sharks. I've told you about the memes going around with those, and we're now hearing from Katy Perry's Super Bowl choreographer himself, thanks to our sister station in Michigan.
We just kind of told them to go wild on that part, and we had given them specific characters, because, you know, think of like Yo Gabba Gabba or the Muppets. Like, you want it to be funny, you want it to be campy. Like,
so we definitely saw the campy with the Sharks and her beach theme, cartoon like beach balls, palm trees that seemed like they could talk. But the best were the Sharks, especially the left shark, which we now know is Brian Gall, a longtime dancer for Katy Perry. They were off too, right? We've spoken about that. They've said the left shark must have failed out of choreography.
They must be so embarrassed. They were off. I mean,
Yes.
No.
because wearing a shark costume is not embarrassing.
Before.
Even Katy Perry tweeted about it after the Super Bowl. She says the shark was the real MVP. And you know, one of the things about Katy Perry is that she never wants to repeat anything about her performances. But we have a link that you can head to of the full interview on KXAN.com right now. You can find out if Katy Perry paid to perform and hear the ins and outs from the choreographer. And you know, he actually started his career choreographing for Madonna. So 8 years later, the Super Bowl's at the top of his list. The visibility in those shark suits, the guy said it was terrible. It wasn't easy.
Yeah, it looked like it.
And they only had like a minute and a half to switch into it, which is really tough, I'm sure, too. As for the lion sculpture, that was made at a design studio in Oregon, which is pretty cool, and they've made some things for Disney and stuff like that. But on this story on KXAN.com, you'll find a link to news about Katy Perry getting her own app game. So we know Kim Kardashian's come up with one, but no better time than now for Katy Perry to announce her launch. Glue Mobile announced it. It'll be available later this year, and the CEO says the pop star is a cultural icon, so they'll be translating key elements of her success into an innovative, highly entertaining mobile experience.
And a whole lot of money.
A whole lot of money.
And that's why the Super Bowl is now asking these performers to pay them to perform at the Super Bowl because of the exposure that they get as a result.
And some people just don't pay to play is what the saying is out there. But the specifics on the game remain a bit of a mystery, but they're apparently going to be using her voice. And Mandy, you were saying this isn't the first time she's had something like this?
I don't know if anyone remembers, but before Katy Perry was like reaching this huge level of success, she, you know the game Sims? Does anybody know that game? Yeah. She did a version of, it was called like Katy Perry's Sweet Treats, and it's like you could create a Katy Perry world for your Sims. So she had a commercial and everything, and I just, as soon as I read that, it's the first thing I thought of. It's like, I remember when.
Full circle.
How interesting.
You have sharks and beach balls.
There you go.
That's the thing they're thinking.
Missy Elliott will come on.
Yes.
Oh,
There you go.
now I'm definitely downloading it.
How's it looking on the roads?
It's busy for sure. I do want to talk about this. We have a crash working on northbound Ed Bluestein Boulevard near Loyola Lane. Now, I actually called APD about this, and they confirmed that this is involving two vehicles. The middle lane is blocked to traffic, and it looks like they now may be on scene because before these backups